After getting carried through a black hole by a dragon, you wake up on a shooting star floating through space. To survive 100 days here, you'll need to progress through numerous asteroid belts, encounter intergalactic monsters, and investigate the mysteries of our galaxy. Day 1, I immediately received my first item, a galactic crossbow. I was then greeted with a pop-up saying I had entered the beginner age. I noticed an asteroid floating by, shot it, and received a grass block. I realized every time I shot one of these asteroids, I get an item in my inventory. So throughout day 1, I spent shooting down a bunch of asteroids for materials. I then crafted myself stone tools, planted down some grass so I could plant my first tree, and mined some coal ore.
Hey, you there!
What? A star?
You should be more careful in this sector of the galaxy.
You care to explain a little more? How the heck can a star even talk?
Don't be concerned about that right now. You should be a little bit more concerned about that giant asteroid plummeting straight towards your base, though.
Giant asteroid? What in the bald? Am I supposed to destroy that with my crossbow? Come on, crossbow. Do not fail me now. Okay. I'm starting to do a little bit of damage to it. I do not want this thing to hit my star. Come on. Okay, halfway there. Please get destroyed. Please get destroyed. Almost there. Only a few more shots. Yes. Oh my gosh, that was a close one. Well, at least I got some cobblestone out of that. After that interesting encounter with a talking star and a giant asteroid, my crossbow had been upgraded. Not only did it make a better sound, but I could shoot it a lot quicker now. It wasn't long after my crossbow had been upgraded that I found a space cow floating on an asteroid. In fact, there was more than one. I finally had myself some company on this lonely star. On the start of day 3, I chopped down a bunch of wood to begin creating my base. This is definitely gonna need a layer of protection in case another giant asteroid came floating by. After creating the first layer of my base, a shooting star bolted by and I managed to hit it and get a lava bucket. I continued collecting materials from the asteroids, and another shooting star flew by, which I got a water bucket from. I guess the shooting stars contained rare items. After that, there were sheep floating by in asteroids as well, which I was able to bring into my base. On the morning of day 6, when I was gonna collect more materials, I got shot in the back by some sort of strange looking skeleton. Turns out it was a space stray. Instead of shooting arrows, they shot beams, which did a lot of damage. After regenning, I took out another one of the space strays that landed on my star, took another big hit from one of the space strays, and ran inside to regen my health. At the start of day 7, I created myself a cobblestone generator and mined a bunch of cobblestone. After that, I had noticed space chickens were on the asteroid, so I brought a few of the space chickens into my house, and with all the materials I gathered, I started to work on the second layer of my base. After building for the rest of day 7 and finishing up the second layer, I noticed a massive spaceship in the distance. I had an idea to wait for it to drift over to my star, and eventually it was close enough for me to build over to it. So I built over using cobblestone and discovered a side entrance into the spaceship. But before exploring the cosmos and the spaceship, we're diving into the sponsored game, Castlecraft World War. Castlecraft is a real-time PvP strategy game that rewards skilled and tactical play. Test your strategies by creating dozens of unique armies with different commanders and units. You can also receive additional rewards by completing expedition missions that vary each season. Also, don't forget to join a guild. Guilds allow you to share your battle strategies, records, and compete with fellow guild members. You'll also obtain gifts and daily victory rewards while growing your guild. Be sure to click the link in the description to start playing Castlecraft, as all new players will receive rubies, gold, an epic card, expedition box, and Commander Elaine. It's now time to return to the galaxy. After taking a peek inside the spaceship, I decided it was safe to enter and found a chest in the back. I found phantom membranes, amethyst shards, a spyglass, and a saddle. I then noticed something strange in the back of the spaceship. What the heck is this thing?
That's a space
Whoa,
beacon.
where did you... Okay, who are you?
The name's Chris. I'm your cosmic companion.
Okay, Creus. Name is Forrest. Good to meet you. You aren't too good at icebreakers, are you?
I'm not sure what you're talking about, but you should probably take that back with you before the ship drifts past your star.
Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta get out of here quick. I then picked up the space beacon and went back down my cobblestone pathway. I climbed up to the second floor of my base and placed down the alien technology. So this is supposed to be a space beacon? It looks really rusty.
If you're planning on keeping it around, it might be a good idea to try and fix it.
Okay, but where did that spaceship come from?
The universe is a tremendous place for us. Does it really surprise you to see another side of life out here in this galaxy?
When you frame it in that way, I guess it doesn't, so how do I fix it?
It's quite simple. All you'll need is a communication dish, alien processor, and energy core.
That doesn't sound that simple, Creus. I think I'll try to repair this thing later. I've still got a lot of work to do on my base.
See ya.
Oh. Okay, well, there he goes. I then continued on day 9 by finishing off the roof of my base. This time I made it out of cobblestone using my cobblestone generator, and then watched as the spaceship drifted past my star. I then went to sleep and woke up to a brand new age called the Iron Age. The asteroids changed to an iron color, and I began to collect new materials. I then spent the rest of day 10 collecting a bunch of asteroids to get all sorts of new ores. I managed to get a bunch of coal ore, which I mined, and used that to smelt up a bunch of iron ore and craft myself iron tools and half iron armor. I also mined a bunch of redstone, then crafted crafted the rest of my iron armor. I then went to sleep and woke up to my star expanding. It had nearly doubled in size overnight. I then continued collecting asteroids and shot a shooting star and got another water bucket. I then began working on creating my farms and cleared out some room to plant them down. I set up an area to plant watermelons and sugarcane. I then planted it all down and bone mealed the melon seeds, carrots, and potatoes. Now that my farms are complete, I mined cobblestone for the entirety of day 13 so I could build myself a darkroom mob spawner. I spent the next few days setting this up so I'd have a really good source of mob materials and EXP. After finishing the final touches, I turned around and noticed a strange object in the sky. I mined a bunch of cobblestone so I could actually pillar up to it, mined into it, and realized it was hollow. There was raw iron, gold, copper, and glowstone. Where did all this stuff come from?
Hey, Forrest!
Chris, how do you just appear like that?
I'm a star. I can travel at the speed of light. Anyways, what you're mining is actually the remains of a dead star. What you just mined is millions of years old.
Are you just gonna randomly show up every time something strange happens?
I'm your cosmic companion after all. I wouldn't really be a great companion if I didn't provide any guidance.
Well, I guess that's true. Thanks, I guess.
Gotta go. See ya.
After another strange encounter at Creus, I mined the rest of the dead star and got a ton of raw iron, gold, copper, and glowstone. I also mined down the cobblestone path and was surprised to how much I actually had gotten. At the start of day 19, I harvested my crops, but while replanting my carrots, I noticed there were glow squids floating by. I shot a couple of them and got some glow ink sacks, and then farmed the rest of my crops. I then created animal pens for my chickens and my cows and sheep. Then while shooting some more asteroids, another shooting star went by, which gave me another lava bucket. Right after, I got another shooting star and got my first diamond. With a lot more lava now, I decided to make a stone generator, which was going to provide me all the cobblestone I would need. I got rid of the old cobblestone generator. After that, I was testing my stone generator, which worked perfectly.
Forrest, there's no time. You're about to pass by a dying star.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? You mean like the one I just mined?
No, like, oh shoot, here it comes. I'm getting the heck out of here.
This does not sound good. There's nothing here. What? Wait, what is that? Is that all? Just a yellow star? Wait, what's happening? Oh my gosh, no. It really is exploding. What is happening? Oh, my eyes. Is that it? What the heck is that? Oh my gosh, get inside. My base is gonna be screwed. That's a ton of damage. I'm gonna take cover. Oh my gosh. Okay, eat food, regen. Okay, water. Oh my gosh, it's so... Oh my... After waiting for a while, the firestorm had finally ended, but my base was in shambles. I then spent the rest of day 21 repairing my base, and then noticed Creus by the balcony.
Thank goodness we survived that.
You left me here to die.
I could only warn you, Forrest. Unfortunately, I can't pick you up and whisk you away from danger whenever necessary.
I get it. So why are you here now?
I came to explain something very important. You're now approaching the Cygnus constellation. Constellations are groups of stars that form a bond. Each constellation in this galaxy has an intergalactic creature that rules over it. You'll need to be on high alert once you've entered Cygnus's territory. Okay, I gotta go now. See ya.
Wait! I can't get a word in with this guy. After learning a little bit about the constellations, I built myself a new tree farm, and for the rest of the day, I farmed oak and dark oak wood. After breaking a few axes, I ran into Creus again.
Hey, Forrest! Congrats on finding your first diamond!
Thanks. That was like 2 days ago, though.
You can finally craft the first piece towards repairing the alien technology you found. Here's the recipe.
Oh, okay. Communication dish. This doesn't look so bad.
Oh, look at the time. Gotta
Wait,
go now.
before you
Good
go,
luck.
no,
Bye.
wait. Oh my. After receiving a recipe from Creus, I immediately crafted the communication dish. Even though it took my only diamond, I used it to upgrade the space beacon to tier 2. Don't think it was usable yet still, considering it was so rusty, but I was making progress towards repairing it. For the entirety of day 25, I shot down asteroids to try and get more diamonds. And on day 26, I bred all my cows and chickens, crafted a couple iron pickaxes, and went to work mining a bunch of cobblestone. I was gonna need all the materials I could get, because now my next project was to tear down my base and construct a brand new one. Last time when I was on one cloud, I built myself a windmill, so I thought it'd be quite fitting to create myself an observatory on one star. I created the foundation using stone brick and regular bricks, made sure to make the build a lot bigger this time, then used polished diorite, stained glass, and dark oak fences. Last but not least, I capped it off with copper blocks that I got from a dead star, and then for the rest of day 34, I worked on the interior of the build. I had to move around all my chests as well, but once the build was finally complete, I was pretty happy with the result. I then created myself an auto smelter on the first floor and began smelting the rest of the materials I got from the dead star. I also organized all my materials, went to sleep, and then woke up to a brand new age. This time I was in the diamond age and there were diamond color asteroids. So at the start of day 36, I shot down a ton of asteroids and saw that I was able to get a ton of new materials. After shooting down asteroids for a while, I got a ton of new ores. I then crafted myself an enchanting table, a bunch of golden apples, and enchanted my iron armor and iron tools. I
crafted myself a diamond sword and diamond chestplate, which I also enchanted, and then went to sleep. When I woke up, a message appeared across my screen. I had now finally entered the Cygnus constellation.
Okay, I've got to be careful now. Are you joking? Is this thing friendly or... Okay, I guess it's not. Oh my gosh.
With absolutely no warning, my confrontation with Cygnus, the ruler of the Cygnus constellation, had already begun. I first tried attacking with my galactic crossbow, which did not work at all. My only option was to pop a golden apple and try and close the distance, but I was taking a ton of damage. I'd finally closed the distance and managed to land some hits, but immediately got knocked back. Shortly after, Cygnus started to fire projectile after projectile. Luckily, I was able to block some of them, but now that star storm had came to an end, I was able to hit her with my crossbow. I shot her over and over again, trying to do as much damage as I could. But with only 11 golden apples to my name, I needed to be really careful.
Wait, what is she doing now? Is she running away? Wait. Oh my gosh. Did it just summon in a giant asteroid? Okay, I gotta take this thing out quick. Almost destroyed it. Got it. That was close.
Cygnus then began to reapproach my star, but this time from another angle. She then summoned in another star storm, so I closed the distance once again and landed a ton of hits. I then shot her a few more times with my crossbow, but she then flew back and threw another giant asteroid.
This one's gonna hit my base. Please don't destroy it.
Now that my base was stone brick, it actually helped it not get destroyed, but I still had a giant swan to deal with. Now with only 5 golden apples left, I needed to be really smart about how I took this fight. I landed a bunch more hits from a distance, then went back in and tried to close the gap to finish off Cygnus. When I was just about to defeat her, she flew over to the other side of my star, and with no golden apples left, I finally landed the last hit, but she started to fly away. She flew all the way to the top of my spawner, so I went to go chase Cygnus to the top. But before chasing her, I wanted to mention our new goal is to reach 2 million subscribers, so if you enjoy the video, make sure to subscribe to be a part of my adventures. I pillared my way up just to find Cygnus asleep.
What is going on? What the heck is that? It looks like some sort of orb. Oh, Krios, what are you doing here?
There we go, that should do it.
What did you just do?
Don't worry, Forrest. I only synced Cygnus's internal cosmic frequency to your cosmic frequency.
What does that even mean?
Cygnus the Swan should be tamed. Whenever Cygnus awakens, Cygnus will assume you are her master now.
What? How do you expect me to take care of this thing?
Assuming you feed her properly, then she shouldn't kill you. You should be fine. Good luck.
You've gotta be kidding.
Now with a giant bird to take care of, I built a ladder up so I'd be able to check on Cygnus the Swan and began expanding to make a giant farm. I was definitely gonna need a good source of food in order to feed myself and Cygnus. I decided to make it like a tower that had layers and put wheat on the first layer and carrots on the second layer. I also ripped up my old farms, and for the next couple of days I shot a bunch of asteroids to collect more materials. I managed to get myself a bunch of diamond ore, crafted myself the rest of my diamond armor and enchanted it. I also enchanted some diamond tools, got some levels from my mob XP grinder, bred my cows, farmed all the wheat and carrots from my new farms, finished my enchantment station on the first layer of my base. I then thought it'd be a good idea to try and contact Krios.
Krios?
You called?
Wait, you actually heard me.
What did you want?
I'm pretty amazed that you responded, but anyways, how do I craft the rest of the parts I need to fix that alien beacon I found?
Oh, you mean the alien processor and energy core. Take these recipes and good luck.
Awesome, thanks.
See you.
And he's gone.
I finally had the recipes that I would need for later on. I then decided to check up on Cygnus, and she had awakened. And for some reason, Krios was floating right next to her.
Cygnus is awake.
You'll need a giant saddle in order to mount her.
Well, how do I make a giant saddle?
Oh, you don't know how to do that? No worries. Here's the recipe.
Oh, thanks. This doesn't look so bad.
After receiving the recipe from Krios, I gathered all the materials I needed and crafted the giant saddle. I then went back up to Cygnus the Swan and placed down the giant saddle, and now had myself a really reliable mount, which I knew would serve me quite well. For the next few days, I decided to add another layer to my farms. I decided I only really needed 3 layers, so I added a roof to the farms, and just like that, my farming tower was complete. My star was really starting to get jam-packed with builds now. It's definitely getting a little bit crowded though. Now that Cygnus was rideable, I decided it'd be a good idea to create a little home for Cygnus for now. So using a ton of wood, wool, and hay bales, I created Cygnus a bird cage. She fell asleep pretty quickly inside of it, and so did I in my bed. But I woke up to a message saying I entered the shipwreck zone. I quickly ran upstairs to investigate.
Oh my gosh, that does so much damage. I'm on fire. No. Okay, I survived. I have to stay inside until I get past this. It is way too dangerous to step outside right now. Wait, can I shoot these things? Oh wait, I actually get iron from these. Ouch, okay. Should probably get a little further away from the entrance.
After a while, I was shooting down ship debris for iron. I finally was out of the shipwreck zone, and things seemed relatively back to normal. I then woke up to a brand new age. I was finally in the Nether Age. The asteroids were bright red, and I decided to dedicate the next 2 days to collecting asteroids, which I ended up getting getting a ton of new materials, including blaze rods, magma cream, golden carrots, ender pearls, and much more. While shooting more asteroids, I got a rare item, which was a piece of ancient debris. Now that I had a lot of nether supplies, I started to work on creating the second layer into a brewing station. I also planted down my nether wart farms, placed down all the diamond ore I got, mined all the diamonds, placed down all the emeralds, and mined them all for EXP. I then grinded mobs until I was level 30 and enchanted a Fortune 3 pickaxe. With the Fortune 3 pickaxe, I fortuned a bunch of coal, emeralds, and redstone. I then crafted myself some new diamond tools and started working on getting better enchants on all my diamond armor. I got protection 4 boots, efficiency 4 shovel, sharpness 4 sword, and protection 4 leggings. I then took a nice rest, but woke up to another message that my star had expanded. My star had nearly tripled in size. I now had a ton more room to work with on my star. Now that I had more materials, I decided to craft the alien processor, which was the second to last piece I'd need to restore the alien beacon. After taking a peek at the final recipe, I noticed I didn't have the materials to craft the last item. So I called for Creus' help and he showed up shortly after.
Hey Creus, where the heck can I find this crying obsidian to craft this energy core?
There's an obsidian planet to the west of your star. If you head there, you'll find plenty of crying obsidian.
Alright, I'll head there now. Thanks.
After finding out where I could go look for crying obsidian from Creus, I climbed up to Cygnus' cage and began flying towards the nearest planet. After a few days of flying through space, I finally arrived at what looked to be the Obsidian planet. It was definitely a lot bigger than I was expecting. I began to descend down to land on the planet, and it seemed a lot grimmer than it actually was on the surface.
Where's all the crying obsidian?
I then saw in the distance what looked to be a dying forest. I then encountered some space piglins, so I began to fight them off, and they managed to do some pretty decent damage. I also noticed there was gilded blackstone, which I fortuned, fought my way through a few more of the space piglins. I then reached a point in the forest where there were magma cubes, blazes, and a bunch of striders in the lava. I began to use my galactic crossbow a lot more in the blazes, and while riding on top of Cygnus, I shot down the blazes one by one. I managed to collect a good amount of blaze rods from this too. After trekking through the forest for a while, I finally found a source of crying obsidian. So I landed with Cygnus and mined myself a bunch of the crying obsidian. I also mined some gold too, and noticed the crying obsidian led up to a volcano. I also managed to get some nether quartz too.
Wait, what's that sound? Oh my gosh! I gotta get the heck out of here. Why didn't Creus tell me there were active volcanoes here? There's lava raining down. I gotta fly away quick. I'm getting the heck off this planet. Screw this. I got what I needed already.
After narrowly escaping that volcanic eruption, I escaped the Obsidian planet's atmosphere, and after a few more days of travel through space, I made my way safely back to my star. I made sure to park Cygnus back in her birdcage, and she fell right asleep.
Creus, it would have been nice to know there were active volcanoes on the planet.
Oh, don't worry about that. You did a great job. And now that you have the crying obsidian, you can craft the energy core. Once you prepare the alien technology, it'll all be worth it.
Okay, I hope so. Just let me know about important things like that, alright?
Good luck. See you.
After that conversation with Creus, I farmed my nether warts and brewed some speed potions, a bunch of strength potions, instant health potions, and fire resistance potions. Now that I have myself a bunch of potions, I crafted the final piece necessary to repair the space beacon. I put in the energy core and alien processor and crafted a tier 3 space beacon. I made sure to place it outside my base to test what it would do.
Whoa, what is going on? This looks kind of cool. Wait, what's that? Wait, it's attacking me. What the heck?
Little did I know, the space beacon called in an alien spaceship, which immediately started to attack me.
What the heck is going? Missiles? Okay, that hurts. I've definitely got to dodge those. Oh wait, there's more missiles. Oh my, I got sent flying. Somehow I landed on my spawner. Ow, ow, eat a golden apple. I gotta take this thing out quick. May not be a good idea to be up here.
With the spaceship shooting missiles, it probably wasn't a good idea to stay near my base. So I stayed on the ground level and began to be able to predict and dodge the missiles when they came. I was able to dodge them most of the time, but the purple projectiles seemed to hit me every time.
How much ammunition does this thing have?
I splashed down another potion, but all of a sudden the spaceship shot blue orbs at me.
What are those?
The particles left on the ground withered me, and I got hit by another missile rain.
Oh my gosh, no. Okay, that was close.
I managed to land a bunch more hits with my crossbow on the spaceship, but got hit by a bunch more of those blue orbs. I managed to dodge them a lot easier with speed 2 on.
Okay, it's about halfway dead. Wait, what are these things? Wait, is that a landmine?
I wasn't sure when, but the spaceship was placing down landmines everywhere. I had to be careful not to step on them, because they knocked me back really far and did a ton of damage.
Okay, my armor's about to break. What is it doing now? Okay, I get it.
I then got hit by a ton of missiles and was forced to splash down 2 more potions. I grabbed an extra helmet out of of my chest and began pelting the spaceship over and over again. I had to create distance and shoot it as many times as I could. I drank a fire resistance, got launched into the air again, and saved myself in my water bucket.
Oh my gosh, another close call. Oh gosh, not again. I'm gonna have a heart attack.
I was now out of potions and my leggings were close to breaking. I went around a corner and started shooting the spaceship over and over, and I had it on its last limb.
Come on, just a few more shots. Yes, I got it. Oh my goodness, finally. That took long enough. Why the heck was there a spaceship?
I went over to where the spaceship died as it looked like it dropped something, and Creus just randomly dropped out of the sky.
What the heck was that, Creus? You have some explaining to do. Why didn't you mention that this thing would summon an alien spaceship? Are you trying to get me killed?
Not at all. I was certain that you'd be capable of defeating it. Consider it like a gift. Now that you've defeated it, you can craft yourself dark matter armor. Isn't that cool?
Dark matter armor? Is that what these shards are for?
All you're gonna have to do is place them next to your diamond armor in a crafting table to upgrade it.
That's good to know. If you could just tell me things like this in advance, that'd be nice, Creus.
No need to worry. Everything is proceeding exceptionally well.
Oh, and he's gone. Why does Creus have to speak so cryptically?
Also, if you like any of these capes I'm wearing, you can get it on Lunar Client by visiting the link in the description. After that eventful battle, I spent the next couple of days repairing my base, as the spaceship caused a lot of damage. I also had to remove all the landmines pretty carefully that were scattered around my base, and I accidentally stepped on one and broke my leggings. After that little mistake, I decided to repair my diamond armor and continued crafting all the dark matter armor. I also crafted a dark matter katana and a star-powered energy shield. It was definitely a really cool set. I then collected a bunch of XP and began working on enchanting all these new pieces. I got sharpness 4, looting 3, and sweeping edge 3 on my katana, then enchanted my armor and got protection 3 and breaking 3 on my boots, protection 4 on my chestplate, and protection 4 on my pants. I then went to sleep and woke up to the end age. The asteroids had turned a purple color, and I pulled out my galactic crossbow to collect materials from these asteroids. I spent the rest of day 80 collecting a bunch of new materials, and I managed to get a ton of new stuff. I got chorus flowers, bottles of enchanting, and all sorts of other end goodies. But all of a sudden, something strange began to happen.
What the heck are those orbs? It almost looks like dark matter.
Now that I was in the end asteroid belt, there were dark matter orbs flying by everywhere. They looked like they were causing rifts into space-time. Luckily, the damage was only temporary, but it definitely caused me a bit of a scare. I then went and harvested all of my farms, as I started running a little bit lower on food. Since I had also gotten chorus flowers, it gave me the idea to build myself a chorus fruit farm. I decided to make it semi-automatic, which was gonna allow me to harvest it with one click of a button. After a couple days of building it, it was finally complete. I planted down the chorus flowers, waited a day for them to grow, hit the button, and watched it go to work. For some reason, this farm is kind of oddly satisfying. It netted me a good amount of chorus fruit too. On day 85, I continued to collect more materials from the asteroids, but before I knew it, there were shulkers dropping out of some of the asteroids.
Where the heck did these come from?
I started to take them out one by one as they started popping up like crazy. This asteroid belt was definitely really dangerous. After taking out a bunch of shulkers, I crafted myself a bunch of shulker boxes, and on day 86, I collected a ton of stone bricks so I could begin my next project. I decided it'd be a good idea with all the crazy stuff happening to build some walls around my star. I used polished diorite and stone brick and decided to go for a more castle-like theme. I thought it turned out alright and provided me a layer of security. I then woke up to a message across my screen saying I was approaching the Draco constellation.
Wait, Creus?
Forrest! You're now approaching the Draco constellation. The Draco constellation had one of the most powerful rulers in galactic history, who one day mysteriously disappeared. He hasn't been seen since, so the constellation has been without a ruler for the last 100 years. It's lawless and highly dangerous.
Is there any way I can avoid entering it?
Well, I kind of have bad news. On your star's current trajectory, you're actually going straight towards it. Seems like there's really no avoiding it, so good luck.
If it's as dangerous as you say, I guess I gotta prepare.
Worst case scenario, you may have to abandon your star with Cygnus.
Now that you mention it, what's going to happen to the Cygnus constellation now that Cygnus is with me? Won't the same thing just happen to that one? I feel kind of bad for keeping her around if she has something so important to stay in charge of.
You have at least a week until the other constellation rulers realize Cygnus is missing from her throne, so Cygnus can return back to her constellation on 2 conditions. First, she's relieved from her duties by her master, or once the lifespan of her master has come to its end. That means death.
I think I'll need a little bit more help from her through this constellation, but I'll release her right after we're done.
Smart move. You'll need all the help you can get. See ya.
After that pretty important conversation with Creus, as a start to my preparations, I got a bunch more instant health potions, crafted some ender chests, stored a bunch more potions in a shulker box, and farmed a bunch more chorus fruit, and started working on getting materials for another project I had. However, while mining trees, I noticed something in the distance.
Is that another dying star? You gotta be joking. Is this what the Draco constellation is like? Thank goodness I built this wall. Should protect me from some of the blast. Wait, What are those? That is not fire.
Instead of a firestorm, the dying star pelted my star with debris. But little did I know, there was way more than one dying star this time.
Another one? How the heck do I deal with two of them?
Debris from both stars began to pelt my base on either side. It was getting really dangerous real fast. I had to make a move quick.
What the heck am I supposed to do? Chris!
Forrest, you need to evacuate your star right now. You're in big danger.
I see it's crazy out there. What should I do?
You're passing through a dying star field. Staying here is way too dangerous. We need to go air mobile right now.
Okay, let's get the heck out of here then.
Debris still pelting my base, I evacuated my star along with Cygnus and Creus, which I was hoping would just be temporary.
Okay, it looks like I got away from that. That was risky. Okay, I think I see Creus ahead of me. Hey, Creus!
Hey, Forrest, I'm detecting something in your northeast. Its cosmic frequency is off the charts. We should probably investigate it.
Okay, I guess we can head in that direction for now.
So I began following Creus to the northeast. I traveled through space for a few days and eventually saw something in the distance.
What on earth is that? I see asteroids, but what is this thing? It's massive. Oh wait, I see Creus over there. Creus, I'm behind you.
I then landed on one of the outer rings and went to approach Creus.
Creus, what's going on? What are you looking at?
I decided to go investigate the center of this thing and landed at the middle with Cygnus.
Is this place abandoned? Wait, Cygnus! Don't just leave me here. What is happening? Creus! Anybody? Wait, what is that? Star Destroyer? Is this what Creus was talking about?
All of a sudden, the Star Destroyer summoned in tiny stars and started to throw them right at me. I drank all my potions in preparation for the battle and began to shoot the Star Destroyer with my galactic crossbow.
Doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to hit this thing with my sword. Okay, that hurts.
After taking some damage from the projectiles, I threw down my first potion and continued to keep shooting the Star Destroyer. I ate some food to regenerate and landed a few more shots. I wasn't really sure why I was taking damage as I had fire resistance on, but it seemed like this type of fire was different. I got it down about a quarter HP and threw down another potion. I ended up getting hit by a few more stars as well, as I really didn't have much room to dodge on the small platform. However, after landing a bunch of hits, the Star Destroyer began to fly up into the air.
Wait, what is it doing? Is it summoning something? Are you kidding me? Okay. I think I might have dodged it. Oh my gosh. Wait, am I levitating? I can't see anything. My eyes. Wait a second. It destroyed everything. Was I standing on a star?
Little did I know, I was standing on top of a star, and the Star Destroyer lived up to his name by causing a supernova. I took this opportunity to land some hits in the Star Destroyer while it was still distracted, but then narrowly dodged its attack.
I gotta pearl away from that. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was close.
With the Star Destroyer about halfway down in HP, I needed to be very careful.
Oh my gosh, this is a lot of damage. Okay, I gotta pearl away. Okay, I think I'm good. I'm really running out of potions here. Okay, eat a golden apple.
I continued shooting the Star Destroyer, who began throwing stars at me once again. It nearly threw me off the side of the bedrock, and then attacked me with another giant beam again, which I barely escaped from. I climbed back up to the top, and tried landing even more hits on the Star Destroyer. I just managed to pearl away when the Star Destroyer casted another beam, and was able to land a bunch of damage on it.
What are these blue orbs? Come on. Okay, that would not have been good if that hit me. I gotta take out all these things.
After getting rid of the final orb, the Star Destroyer casted another beam, so I pearled to the other rock, ate a golden apple, and had the Star Destroyer really low on HP. I then got barraged with stars and barely escaped, and now found my chance to finish off the Star Destroyer.
Okay, now's my chance. Come on, he's almost dead. Keep shooting, I've just about got him. Please die. Yes! Okay, I gotta pearl over there. Oh my gosh, I finally did it.
Now that the Star Destroyer was defeated, I took out the rest of the blue orbs. There seemed to be one more. All of a sudden, Creus was here again.
Creus!
Fantastic work, Forrest. I'll be taking that.
That thing was really difficult to kill. What the heck was that thing?
I shared my knowledge with you, and in return, you defeated all the intergalactic creatures necessary for me to reacquire my energy. You'll only really be a hindrance from this point on.
What? What are you trying to say, Creus?
My name is Creus, son of Uranus and Gaia, and Titan of the constellations.
Wait, are you serious? What are you doing, Creus? What the heck are those orbs? You're joking, right?
But now that you've been so kind in assisting me in my rise back to power, I'll now be granting you salvation. Goodbye, mortal.
Wait a second, Creus, let's work something out! You're making a big mistake. Wait, Creus! Oh my gosh, Creus was evil all along? Wait, Poseidon? Where the heck did I end up?
I'd like to give a shout out to my amazing team who made this video possible. Also, leaving a like and comment is greatly appreciated. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time in the Caribbean Sea.